there, my name is Kaylee, but you can call me Kay. Welcome back to my channel. When you're seeing this, it is probably December because this Friday is December 1st. I usually post on Saturdays, and I don't see myself posting it this Wednesday because my other day is Wednesday. It's between Wednesdays and Saturdays, but I don't really post on Wednesdays, so Saturdays it is. Anyways, because December is this week, that means we need to decide our December TBR, even though I don't follow them. But because there's like 1 week left in November, I don't see myself reading any more books, and I've already hit my reading goal for this year. So, you know, I'm just reading whatever I want, and I don't feel required to read anything anymore. Which, when you do a reading goal, it shouldn't make you feel required to read anything in the first place. So, let's get that straight. Anyways, I don't have any plans. One thing I do know is that I hate being restricted by like theme, like holiday books because it's holiday Christmas season. No, I don't read holiday books. I apologize because they're majorly romance, and I just don't read romance. I do have a romance shelf, but again, I've read like maybe 3 or 4 of them, and the other ones have not seen the light of day. Anyways, I'm just gonna pick randomly. Like, I do, however, have a prompt jar. Hold on. This is Kaylee. Say hi, Kaylee. We're the same name, just spelled differently. But yeah, so this is our bookmark jar. I don't remember what it used to hold, but now it holds my bookmarks, aka my swords and these normal bookmarks, but the rest are in books or they've been eaten by my dog. So we're just gonna pick the top one because actually some of these are just books. I think these are just book. Oh, speaking of fantasy, the first one I picked is fantasy. I don't use these anymore, so I'm just gonna open them all. Fantasy, let's see what comes out here. Like, I know I'm gonna read fantasy, that's all I read. These are all genres. Oh, okay. Romance. Okay, let's do this. The first thing that I've picked up, we'll pick at least one from each genre. So that means we have 4 options left? Yep, 4. We're gonna do these first three that I picked out. Let's see. This one. And I'll put them back in here since they're not what I thought it was. This will make it a little easier maybe. I don't go into these with plans. I don't usually do a TBR. I just thought maybe having a thing that I need to read, it would be a bit more easy to read. Let's see. Mystery. I don't really like mystery actually. Ooh. I found my mystery already because I don't like mystery that much, but I do have a good chunk of mystery I want to read. So we're gonna do this, I think. So this one I've owned for about a year. No, I haven't. Actually, I bought it this summer, but I've wanted it for a little longer than that. So this summer I went to Europe and I visited London and I went to Waterstones for the first time. Oh my god, amazing. But yeah, so I got Kafka on the Shore by Murakami. Yeah, I had to double check that. Easy peasy. It's been on my list for a little while. But I'm gonna go pick a romance really quickly. Let's go. I have a good chunk of romance. Just a question of time. When Gracie Met the Grove, that's so long. House on this romancy because I haven't read it yet. What I'm noticing is primarily my fantasies on the TBR card, and I mostly own or have read the rest of the fantasy that I've mostly read, or I own sci-fi. Yay!
I've been talking to Santa, and he told me everything that you want this year. I went shopping and planning, ribbons and candles. I got it all right here. Mistletoe and champagne, I'll pour it on Christmas morning. Everything on your
There's like a whole trilogy, not gonna lie. Okay, yeah. She's looking for her mom, right? The main character, what's her name? Jen? Proper young lady. Yeah, I started this book and I got like 15 pages in, 25 pages in freshman year. Freshman year! Crazy. I've had this book for 2 years as well. Okay, now we're going on to the stuff I really want to read, I feel like. I just want to read for funsies and have not gotten to read and just stuff like that. Okay? Okay. So, since this is stuff I just want to read, I don't really know how to pick it out. Like these were at least through prompting. Like, I would not have picked 2 of them without prompting. House in the Cerulean Sea is on my romance shelf, but I wouldn't describe it as like a specifically romance book, so I feel like I've cheated. I think I'm gonna put oh god, what do I put on here? We have Fury Born as well, which I just bought, and I think that would be interesting to read, as well as Darker Shade of Magic's second book. What's that one called? A Gathering of Shadows. I haven't read that yet, and I need to. I generally only read about 5 books at most a month, and because this is like, okay, I ran out of space, so we have to make the rest of this quick. But it's only a duology, okay? Hear me out, it is only a duology, so I picked up Cryer's War. I'll go over these after I've picked them all out. But again, like I was saying, I only read about 5 books in a month, so I'm not expecting to read all of these because I've already picked up 5 books and 3 of them were not books that I originally had planned to pick up, okay? Okay. Understood? Understood. We also have Dark Air because this came out 2 weeks ago? It's November 26th as recording this. You guys are saying it's like December something, but it's November 26th. It's November 26th, so I think this came out like 2 weeks ago. November, God, 16th maybe? I'm not entirely sure. I hadn't read the first book when this came out. I had planned to have it read by the time this came out, so I go ahead and buy it because I was like, gorgeous book cover. I want to own it, so I hope I like the first book. I love the first book, but I did not finish it before it came out. I finished it, I don't know when I finished it, like last week sometime, but I finished it and then I bought this one right away, so that tells you anything. Okay. I've picked them all. We're going to discuss now. Okay, I picked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 books. Not too many, but one of them is kind of huge. And the words are small, so dangerous territory for me. This is Murakami's Kafka on the Shore, which I think I already explained. This one is kind of a mystery, like fantasy-ish mystery, I guess you could say. Still staying in my fantasy comfort zone while going out of it with the mystery, because I really don't read mysteries. Kafka Tamura runs away from home at 15 under the shadow of his father's dark prophecy. The aging Nakata, tracker of lost cats who never recovered from a bizarre childhood affliction, finds his pleasantly simplified life suddenly turned upside down. As their parallel odysseys unravel, cats converse with people, fish tumble from the sky, a ghost-like pimp deploys a Hegel-spouting, I don't really know that word, Hegel-spouting girl of the night. A forest harbors soldiers apparently unaged since World War II. There's a killing There's a savage killing, but the identity of both victim and killer is a riddle, one of many which combine to create an elegant and dreamlike masterpiece. This one was a little popular in Book Talk. It didn't get like super popular. Like I saw it a few times over, and I was there when they were advertising it before it got released officially. This one is described as very Six of Crows vibes, and so this was like one of those books where you get on Book Talk and you're like, oh, Six of Crows, oh my god, love that one, because you're still on like surface level Book Talk, which is not saying Six of Crows is bad, but you find it through surface level Book Talk. You're not going to get deep into Book Talk and then find Six of Crows. Like, yes, people will still be like, oh, I love this book, but it's not going to be the main book they talk about anymore. Anyways, Anne Salto was raised as a proper young lady, and no lady would willingly visit New Rains, the so-called city of sin. But when her mother goes missing and must leave her finishing school and her reputation behind to follow her mother's trail to the city where no one survives uncorrupted. Frightened and alone, Anne has only one lead, the name Levi Glacier. Unfortunately, Levi is not the gentleman she expected. He's a street lord and a con man running a rapidly unraveling investment scheme. Anne's offer of compensation, however, could be the solution to all his problems. As Anne unearths an impossible secret about her past, Levi's enemies catch up to them, ensnaring him in a vicious execution game where the players always lose. To save him, Anne will need to surrender herself to the city, and she'll need to play. And the tagline on the back is, "Welcome to the city of sin, where casino families reign, gangs infest the streets, and secrets hide in every shadow," which is very 6 of Crows. Let's be so real. And I picked this as my romance read, even though it's not directly romance. It's on my romance shelf, so I'm pretending like it is romance. But House on the Cerulean Sea, I think everybody knows what this is about if you've heard of it at least once. Social worker vibes. He goes to the house on the Cerulean Sea, where there are a bunch of orphans that have magical powers, and I think they're trying to shut down the house on the Cerulean Sea, but he ends up falling in love and getting close to the kids there. So that is the idea of House on the Cerulean Sea, and this one is a really long back, so I'm not going to read the back of this one, and it is a very popular book, so again, I'm not going to read the back of it. We have Dark Air by C.S. Packet, which has been 2 years since the first book came out, I think. I bought the first book as soon as it came out, and I bought this one as soon as it came out. I just hadn't read the first book until 2 years later, last week. About a guy named Will Kemmer. He is kind of the chosen one, I guess we will say. He is the chosen one. And then our other main character is Violet. I don't remember her last name because I don't think they really said it. But I feel like it starts with an M. But him and Violet meet each other in a sort of unsuspecting manner. This is not how they thought their life would turn out. Will has been on the run since a few months. It's not been too long, let's be so real. But a few months after his mom dies, he goes on the run and he swears to get revenge on her killers, and so on. And now it is his goal to save the world from the Dark King, which is coming back, and he is on the side of the light. And so it's a whole thing that unravels with lots of plot twists. I love Violet and Will's relationship. It is suspected that there is a bit of LGBT relationship, and there is definitely a lot of LGBT rep in Dark Rise. However, I will preface that I mostly recognize it in same-sex relationship. They're kind of ganging up forces to come against the Dark King, who is suspected to rise whenever they find all of the lady's descendants. Dark Air is part 2 to that series. It is a very... I personally liked the ending of book 1 the most. So if you're not one who likes slow build up, probably not the best. The middle is very slow for most people. Personally, I think the middle was the best part, and it was mostly just relationship development, I feel like, in the middle, so I love relationship development. This one is most often categorized as a sapphic fantasy book. I feel like after the War of Kinds, the Autome, designed to be playthings of royals, usurped the states of their owners and bent the human race to their will. Now Ayla, a human servant rising in the ranks at the sovereign's house, dreams of avenging the death of her family by killing the sovereign's daughter, Lady Crier. Crier, who is made to be beautiful, flawless, and to succeed her father. Crier had been preparing to do just that before she was betrothed to Sire Kinnoak. Before she discovered her father isn't as benevolent as she thought, before she met Ayla. I'd say that's a pretty good prompt to me, guys. And the front tagline is one mortal, one made, one loved, one betrayed. So, and then we have Gods of Wormwood. Huge. Wordwood, sorry, I thought it was worm. Gods of Wordwood from the Forsaken trilogy. It's the first one. I bought this not too long ago, I think at my birthday, so June. So I've only had this for a few months now, but I haven't started it. The words are kind of big though and small. Sorry, I wish they were big. Last but not least, we have The Poppy War by R.F. Kong because Sunny Kim read it and liked it and told me to read it. Okay. But yeah, they were like, this ending is tragic. You're not sure who to root for. The chapters are very long though, is what I feel like. That is all, and I will see you guys in my next video. I hope you enjoyed. Tell me if you guys have reached your yearly reading goal for this year or not. Mine was very small. It was only 30 because I do not think I can read more than 30. Yes, I hit it. Yes, I'm over it, but still, it's a lot for me. So, again, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.